Hello, Master Numerologist Andre Moore, and today I like to pay tribute to a soul that goes by the name of Brendon. Sometimes a soul incarnates for a specific mission, and the soul finishes the mission and decides to leave at an early age. Brendon is such a soul. Brendon, a brave soul, a friend, and sacrificer. He incarnated on earth in the year 2013, which is a sixth universal year. He made his transition on April the 3rd, 2020, at the young, tender age of 6. On July the 25th, he would have turned 7, but he decided to make his exit at the age of 6 for a specific reason. Now, I believe this soul came to give his family a push. He senses that they would need some extra fuel to propel them forward on their path. And the reason why I believe this is so, because he left at age 6, and the 6 rules family and it rules love. Okay? He served on the wings of the master number 77, which denotes a highly evolved soul who battled leukemia. He fought bravely until his last breath. His transitional numbers are 434. 4 for the April, being the 4th month. He made his transition on the 3rd in the year 2020, reduced down to the number 4. So his transitional numbers are 434, with a departure master number of 11. When you add the 3 transitional numbers together, you get the master number of 11. 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, and the 11 is the illuminator. He came to shed light and to offer illumination to his mother and father so that they may see more clearly their way. Now, under observation, we're looking at his transitional numbers of 434. You will notice double 4s, which vibrates to his intensity points. So he has 2 4s in his transitional number. These double 4s is highlighting the message that he's leaving behind for his family to follow. This soul came to earth to provide building blocks for his family, to give them something solid to stand upon. These are the footsteps, the bricks that he left behind, so that they may have an easier time climbing the stairs, moving upwards towards their destiny. The second transitional number is 3, which is a lifeline, a book that maps out a way for success. This family must tap into their artistic and creative abilities to use them to advance their careers, a pen to write, to compose, which may aid other families. So Brendon left on the 3rd. The 3rd energy rules communication. He wants his family to tap into their creative, artistic abilities. That's where the family power lies, so that they may provide a financial opportunity for the family, so that his baby brother would be secure. He had a baby brother by the name of Mordecai. Master number 77 is derived from adding his first and second transitional numbers. 4 plus 3 equals 7. And his second and third transitional numbers, which is 3 and 4. So, the first two transitional numbers, 4 plus 3 is 7. And then his second and third transitional numbers, 3 and 4, makes a 7. So that's a master combination there, a 77, which is an indicator of a highly evolved spiritual soul. When you see the number 7s, or the 11s, or the 22s, those are always indicators of a soul that has come to earth for a specific mission. Okay? Now these 7s blend into the swift number 5, a soul that did not waste time. He wanted to complete his task as fast as he could so that its soul may go back to heaven to assist his family from there. So the double 7s blend into the 5, which means that this soul did not need a lot of time to complete his mission. This soul did not have the desire to stick around for a very long time. He preferred to be of assistance in the astral plane known as heaven, when he no longer had a physical body that restricted him on this plane, because the earth plane is a much denser plane, whereas heaven is a much lighter plane. The astral plane is more vibrates up on lights, energy. The earth plane is more dense, more solid. It's a heavier vibration. Okay? Now, Brendon was born on July the 25th. His first two birth cycles are 7s, because July is the 7th month, and when you reduce 25 down, 2 plus 5 is another 7. So now we're seeing the pattern of 77 again, which is another indicator of the high spiritual accomplishment of this soul. Okay? So, the second birth cycle has two sub-elements, the numbers 2 and 5. Number 2, in this sense, is indicating that he wanted to help on the earth plane and then work from an invisible plane, perhaps as a spiritual guide or teacher for his family. He was also the oldest. He left behind a younger brother. So it was 2 of them, that's the number 2, and he had a dual objective: to come to earth, to work, and then to leave at an early age to continue his work from the astral plane as a spiritual guide, spiritual teacher, spiritual helper to assist and aid his family. The sub-element number 5 indicates a soul who was not fooling around. He came to complete his mission and left. He took on pain so that his family could use it as fuel to accomplish their destinies. In a sense, he placed himself on a cross, sacrificing his life so others may live like a Christ. His departure number is master number 11, away shore, derived from adding his 3 transitional digits 434. But he left his body at age 6, offering the greatest of all sacrifices, his life through love. So, this first chart I want to share with you is a breakdown of Brendon's name. It's a quick breakdown of his name. So, the name Brendon has 7 letters. So, if you've been following the reading, his transitional numbers of 434 vibrates to the master number 77. His first 2 birth cycles of July 25th vibrates to the master number of 77. And his first name contains 7 letters. These are all indicators of a soul that has done tremendous amount of work in previous lives to get where they are at today, understanding the higher principles, the higher truths of spirit. Okay? So the name Brendon has 7 letters. And number 7 is an inward vibration that keeps its focus on God. The number pattern for Brendon is 2955465. Under close observation, the first 2 sub-elements are numbers 2 and 9. There. When combined, reveal the hidden master number of 11. 2 plus 9 equals 11. The last 2 sub-elements, 6 and 5, when added, reflects illumination, which is number 11. 6 plus 5 equals 11. These double 11s blend into the master number 22, the builder. So you can see that the first 2 letters of his name, the B and the B vibrates to the 2, the R vibrates to the 9. When added together, right in the front, gives you another indicator of his mastery, his highly spiritual accomplishments. The last 2 letters, the 6 and the 5, is the O and the N, also vibrates to the 11. But when you put those 2 11s together, you create another master pattern of 22, because 11 plus 11 is 22. The third and fourth sub-elements are the double 5s, a master number that rules the power of the wind. Once again, the 5 energy is an energy that likes to move swiftly. It don't want to take a lot of time doing what it has to do. And because he has double 5s working together, that made for a very powerful, swift work of what he needed to do and to accomplish. Okay? The name also contains 3 5s, which blends into the love child, a number 6, because 3 times 5 is 15, and 1 plus 5 brings you back to the loving 6, which is the age that he decided to make his departure. He came out of love, and he endured the suffering of the leukemia out of love to specifically infuse his family with greater sense of motivation and commitment to achieve their objectives in this life. Okay? The 3 5s blends into the loving number 6. And what greater love can one demonstrate than when one sacrifices their life so that others may live? The fullness of the name vibrates to the number 36, reduced down to the number 9, the conqueror. So you see the 6 energy popping up again, which is another indicator of him sacrificing himself at an early age so that others may live a more fruitful life. And this is how it breaks down. You see the BR drops down to make the 11. Okay? You see the master number 55 with the E and the N. Then you have the powerful 4, and then you got the master number. You have the 6 and the 5 that drops down to make these 11. See? So 2 and 9 makes an 11. 6 and 5 makes an 11. Then these 2 11s dropped over to make that 22 energy. Okay? Now, let me show you something else right quick. This is his entry numbers. He was born on July the 25th in the year 2013 with a destiny of 11. Because when you add the 3 birth cycles together, 2013 plus 25 plus 7 is going to give you 2045, which reduces down to the master illuminator. Okay? But you can see the 776 pattern, these two sevens drop down and make that 77. And that 5 energy means that this particular master moves fast. It don't take a lot of time to do what he has to do. That's what that 77 denotes mastership, but that 5 denotes a energy that moves swiftly and with power to bring about the changes that needed to be made within his family. Okay, but then let's look at his exit numbers. He left April the 3rd, 2020, and his departure, when you add the 4 and the 3 and 2020 together, you get 2027, which comes back to the light barrier. When I removed that 0, I had this very interesting pattern of the master number 22 and the spiritual enlightened number 7, which makes the powerful light barrier. And you see that 77 energy popping up again. Brendon came to earth to offer light so that others may see. He left the earth much brighter for having been here. Rest in peace, my young friend. Brendon carries a torch of fire. And his objective is to use this torch to place it under his family so that they would be motivated and encouraged to become all that they can be in this life. And he has taken it upon himself to become one of their spiritual teachers and leader and spiritual advisors in heaven. When you add his two 11s together, his destiny is the illuminator, his departure number, the light barrier. When those two 11s come together, you have the master powerful 22, the builder. He was here to build a very strong foundation for his family through love. It's very painful to lose a child at any age. But when you lose a child at the age of 6, that becomes very impactful on a very emotional level, painful level. But you use that pain, you use that fire to burn away obstructions, chaos, the things that would try to hold you back in life. You use that torch, that fire, that spirit to clear away the debris so that you can build a powerful life. He wants his family to build a powerful life. He wants his baby brother to feel secure, grounded, supported. He wants his family to erect structures that will stand a very long time. And that 3 energy, the 3 that he made his transition on, is saying that use your pen, use your voice, communicate, tell others, share this story with others, and others will receive it. So, until the next video, I'd like for everybody to keep your heads up and your spirits strong. And understand that in life, in my Father's house, there are many mansions. There are different levels of consciousness, different levels of understandings, different vibrations. Always reach for the highest vibration. And the highest vibration is you are and I am. Rest in peace, my young brother. Peace.